So I done finally did it. I done finally made my first YouTube and successfully uploaded it to YouTube. So if you're watching, I appreciate it. If I keep looking around, it's because I'm really nervous. First thing, I want to talk about this trip I just did. I decided that I was not gonna pay the tolls in France. I added an extra almost 3 hours to my trip, which ended up being a really big mistake. I've never done any long distance trip on a motorcycle, so I didn't really know what it was gonna be like. My motorcycle is not set up for long distance, all right? I don't got a good seat. My gas tank only holds 2 gallons, so it was a pain in the ass, but I ended up doing it. Let's talk about the trip. First 20 minutes into the trip, it started pouring. I got soaked, my boots were wet, I didn't have a rain suit, my jeans were wet. So here's the fun part, all right? When I was getting out of Germany, out of Saarbrücken, and coming into France, I wrecked. Wet as shit outside. I was going through a roundabout. Either I took it too fast or I hit a bump, because all the roads here are they're messed up. My bad. I thought my trip was over at that point. You know, I was like, shit, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna have to call my wife, come pick me up. I'm gonna have to tow the motorcycle. So for some reason I stopped talking about how the rest of my trip went. Fortunately, everything was good. The bike started up. It took me almost 10 hours to arrive what should have been an 8-hour trip. Aside from all the shit that happened at the beginning, there was a part at the end that was very scary. Basically, I had 1 hour to get there, and my phone read 15%. To top it off, the GPS sent me through the French boonies. At this point, I was really worried. I drove into Lyon and was overwhelmed by the traffic and not knowing where I was at. 4 minutes before I got to my Airbnb, my phone died. At this point, I had to pull over because I got lost and I didn't know where I was at. I had to ask a local business if I could use one of their outlets to charge my phone. This delayed me about an hour. But luckily, I got to my Airbnb. I was able to get all my shit inside and basically start my trip. So So this is the Airbnb. Nice little spot, right in the city center. The room is nice, please excuse the mess. I actually really like the room, but this ain't it, bro. No, sir. Mur de Canuts. At 1,200 square meters, it is said to be the largest fresco in Europe. Situated on La Croix-Roussée, please excuse my horrible French. It was dedicated to the many silk workers that reside in this neighborhood. Located on the Fouvier Hills. Locals call it the Upside Down Elephant. Built in 1880, dedicated to the Virgin Mary for saving Lyon from the bubonic plague. So another reason why I'm making these videos is I'm trying to improve on myself. You know, I want to push myself, you know, to step outside of my comfort zone, be able to talk more in public, be able to articulate myself around people, because that's something I'm really bad at. So I'm realizing that I'm really bad at this. There will be a lot of cringiness and a lot of awkwardness in this video, but please bear with me. Hopefully this content gets a little bit better. You know, the point of me doing all this is because I'm trying to improve at this, and I'm trying to be able to speak a little bit better, talk a little bit better, articulate myself a little bit better. So hopefully I get better at that. But in the meantime, please excuse me. So easily one of my favorite parts of this trip is this sculpture right here. Le poise de soi-même, the way to oneself. Everybody, well, made it back in one piece. Thankfully everything on the way back went smooth. I ended up taking the highways back because I did not want to go through that mess of the country roads. Took me about 5.5 to 6 hours to get back home instead of the 10 hours that it took me to get there. Overall, Lyon was a great city. I loved the food, loved the culture, loved all the people, loved all the views I saw. Definitely would go back again. I also had a lot of fun making this video, so I definitely will keep doing this. So thanks again for watching. That's it for this video. I appreciate it. Thank you.